American Underdog tells the inspirational true story of Kurt Warner, a guy with a dream who went from stocking shelves at a grocery store to becoming a two-time NFL MVP Super Bowl champion. And taking on the starring role is Zachary Levi. Take a look.
Tell me about that.
As long as I have a ball in my hands, I feel alive. Kind of like how I feel right now.
I'm staying here. I got work to do.
Work? The NFL's not going to draft some dude from the 1AA school in Iowa.
I promised that I would take care of you and the kids.
If this is your dream, don't give up on it.
You pay me per touchdown?
I also pay you to win.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Can we talk American Underdog?
Would love to.
Okay. So here's the deal. So I had to work really hard to get my hands on this screener, and I'm so happy that I did, because it's a beautiful movie, and it's based on a true story. Can you just set it up for everybody?
Yeah. So essentially, back in 1999 into 2000, this guy Kurt Warner, a kid from Iowa who had big dreams of being the next Joe Montana, essentially. He becomes this, undrafted, long in tooth rookie. He's like 27 when he finally gets into the NFL. And at 28, he's the backup quarterback to Trent Green with the St. Louis Rams. And Trent goes down in preseason. Kurt gets put in with basically no real NFL snaps under his belt. And he takes the team all the way to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl. Gets MVP of both the league and the Super Bowl, and was being paid league minimum at the time. Nobody saw it coming. It was a complete Cinderella story. I don't know. It's crazy. It's one of those things where when it was happening, people would say you can't script this, but obviously we did, because we made a movie of it. So,
and it's also just one of those things. Like in my job, different people I meet or organizations that I'm around, and I feel like they rub off on me in a way, kind of make me want to, I don't know, just like be a little bit better of a human being. And I don't know why. I just feel like this is one of those roles where like it does kind of seep its way into your world a little bit.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, this story is so incredibly relatable, because even if your dreams weren't to be, specifically a Hall of Fame quarterback in the NFL, I think as a kid, we all have these beautiful dreams that God gives us, these visions, these desires, whatever that is, right? And they get beaten out of us through life. We let go of them, be it our parenting, our schooling, our community, our society, whatever it is. But even beyond that, even beyond having a dream and really believing that you can get there, 75% of the movie is his life, is his wife, them meeting the family, the ups and downs, the struggle, the scraping change out of your car doors to put gas in your tank. I mean, that's the story that we want to take you on, and that is infinitely relatable.
I think the opening line, it's you as a kid, right? So like, it was ever since watching that Joe Montana game, you knew that you wanted to be that guy. When was that moment when you were like, oh, I want to do this, what you're doing now?
I think probably around 4 was the first time I was cognizant of the idea that I could entertain someone. Meaning, I don't know, 2 years later when I was 6, when I started becoming aware of, that box that we watch all these movies and TV shows on, or rather these pictures on, those are movies and TV shows. That's a job. You could do that for a living. And then I was like, oh man, figured it out.
We have to shine the spotlight on Brenda for a second, because listen, like I have 2 little girls. I'm like, I love when I see a strong woman, and she's really like the woman behind the man. So let's just give Brenda some love right now.
Oh, Brenda's fantastic, man. She and Anna both, by the way. I'm so grateful that, in the middle of the pandemic, we were, although it doesn't surprise me, I really do feel like the whole thing was kind of faded and God's fingerprints were all over it. But, Kurt and I are not the same person, but we have very similar value and essence in a lot of ways, a lot of crossover in that DNA. Anna and Brenda, very similar. Similar in that, not the same person at all, but both like incredibly passionate spitfires that, really have a bearing on who they are and what they want to do in life, and they don't take gruff from anybody. And there is no Kurt Warner that we know without Brenda.
You can catch American Underdog in theaters nationwide on December 25th. Zachary, this was a joy.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. God bless and happy holidays.